So over the next 4 weeks, I'm going to offer some prayerful reflections on our recently adopted 4 core values. And so today I want to talk a little bit about living contemplatively, and I want to just spend some time just sharing the statement and offering you those reflections. But we seek to be fully present to life as it is. To be fully present is to show up with our body, with our heart, with our mind, with our soul, and with our spirit, as well as with our intention and our will. And that's what it looks like, and that's what it feels like to be here in the moment. And I think learning how to live contemplatively is to learn how to see reality with the fullness of who we are as it is, not as we want it to be, not as we fear it might be, but as it actually is. To be clear-sighted and sober-minded as we face whatever is before us. I think God looks at the imperfections of our lives and sees something so much different than we often do. And so how can we learn to see our lives through the eyes of God? Purposeful in our approach to living, that we believe that there is at the heart of reality a deep meaning and purpose, and we seek to align our lives with that. Jesus is pretty clear that that purpose is love, and our tradition teaches us that love is the deepest reality. And so what does it look like to live our lives with that purpose in mind, that purpose before us? And then grateful for our blessings. We're learning so much from brain science that if we can practice gratitude, it changes the chemistry of our brain, and we literally see things differently, see things anew. And so how can we cultivate gratitude in our lives, no matter what's going on? Because even when we're in the midst of a tragedy, there are so many blessings that if we saw and savored, it would enable us to face the tragedy so much more wholeheartedly than we might if we couldn't see it. So we are pilgrims on a journey, and that reminds me of Marc Nepo's beautiful words that if we journey without changing, we're nomads, and if we change without journeying, we're chameleons. But to be a pilgrim is to journey while being changed, and a pilgrim is on his or her way somewhere, on a pilgrimage to some place. And yet, as they are pilgriming towards that place, they're also being invited to stretch and to grow and to change and to prepare for this new place in their life. And so how can we be pilgrims that are transformed or being transformed by our experience? Life itself is our best teacher. And living life wholeheartedly will open us up to a lifelong learning and a lifelong journey of education. But it is experience that is our best teacher. And we think of all the experiences in scriptures that changed the events, whether it was Moses' encounter with the burning bush or Saul's encounter with the risen Christ on the way to Damascus. These were experiences that fundamentally changed their lives and the lives of all they encountered. And then moving with faith towards Christ's vision of health and wholeness for all. And all is a big word here, because all creation, all creatures, the universe as we understand it, Christ has a vision of health and wholeness for all of it, which of course includes our tiny little lives. And to be healthy and whole means to be healthy of mind and healthy of heart, healthy of soul and spirit. All of it matters. If we take the incarnation seriously, that God became a human being, that ought to have taught us long ago that all of this is sacred, and we must tend to it with love. And so at the heart of living contemplatively is to recognize the sacredness of created life, and to give ourselves to the work of loving it the way that God does. So those are some reflections on what it looks like to live contemplatively. So may you in the coming days seek to be fully present to your life as it is, purposeful in your approach to living, and grateful for all of your blessings. May you be a pilgrim on a journey, being transformed by your experience and moving with faith towards Christ's vision of health and wholeness for you and for all creation. Amen.